Hi everyone, and welcome to another one of my videos. This video takes you through what we did on Tuesday's lesson, Tuesday the 9th of July, and it's showing you how to find the interquartile range from a frequency table. Now you know that the quartiles cut data into quarters, and the median cuts the data into halves. And we've done some work already on finding the interquartile range, okay, but we need to be able to find it from a frequency table. So let's imagine we've got a football team, and they have 6 games where they score no goals, 7 games where they score 1 goal, 5 games where they score 2 goals, and so on. This here is exactly the same information. You've just got to get used to it being in rows or in columns. So it's the same thing. I just want to give you familiarity of seeing the data in rows or in columns. And we want to find out what the upper and lower quartile of this data is. Now, one way to do it, if I wanted to, if I had no other way of doing it, would be to literally write out these numbers. I've got 6 zeros, so I'm going to write those out. Followed by 7 ones, followed by 5 twos, followed by 4 threes, 2 fours, 2 fives, and a 6. Okay, so then I need to count how many numbers I've got. That comes to 27. And remember, to find the lower quartile position, you take that number 27, you add 1, and you divide it by 4 because it's quartiles, you get 7. It's important to realise that 7 isn't the lower quartile. None of these numbers are 7. 7 is the 7th number. So we need to find what the 7th number is, count along, and it's 1. The upper quartile will be 3 times that number because this is the first quarter and the upper quartile is the third quarter. So it's 3 lots of that number, so it's 21. And the upper quartile will be the 21st number. Okay, and that will be 3. Now that's fine, and if there's no other way of doing it, say you're in an exam, then do it that way. But if these numbers were really big, say that was 60, that was 700, there's no way anyone's going to want to write out those numbers longhand. So we need a quicker way and a way to get it from the table. So what we do is we add a third column here, and we call it cumulative frequency, which is just a flash mathematical word for basically a running total. And we add up these numbers as we go along. So the first 6 numbers had 0 goals in them. So first 6 games, 0 goals. Adding these 7 games that had 1 goal scored in them takes us up to 13. If we count these 5 games that have 2 goals, that takes us up to 18. And you can see what the idea is now. We're adding 4 to make 22, add 2 to make 24, add 2 to make 26, and add 1 to make 27. So the 27 we've got here. Okay. Now, we know from before that the 7th number will be the lower quartile. How could we get that from the table? Well, the first 6 are 0. So the 7th game will be in here. Because up to here, we've only counted 6 games. When we count these, where 1 goal was scored, we've counted 13. So the 7th game is in here. And so the upper quartile, I beg your pardon, the lower quartile will be 1. In the same way, looking for the 21st number, the 21st number will be in here, because up to here, okay, when we added the games with 2 goals scored, we only up to 18 games. When we added these 4 games where 3 goals were scored, we're up to 22. So the 21st game will be in here, so the upper quartile is 3. Okay, now, these were 3 questions I asked members of the class to do, and the idea was to do those and finish them off for homework. So I'd like you to draw these tables out, add a third column, and do them the way you did in the previous example, and go back to the video if you need to. Following on from here are the answers. I would really appreciate it if you didn't just copy the answers. I know you can, but it's really important that you understand. It's not the answers you need, it's the understanding of how to do it. So try and do those questions without copying. Okay, here are the actual answers. So add up the numbers, you've come to 19. Okay, so 19, add 1 divided by 4 is 20, divided by 4 is 5, so it's the 5th number. The lower quartile will be the 5th number, and the 5th number is in here, so the age is 19. The upper quartile will be 3 lots of that, 15. We want to see where the 15th number is. Up to here we'd only counted 5 numbers. Adding these, we've counted 18, so the 15th number will be in here, so it's a 20. Lower quartile 19, upper quartile 20. With these shoe sizes, here's your running total. It's 23 shoe sizes or people altogether. Remember, add 1, divide by 4, that gives me 6. I'm looking for the 6th number. Okay, the 6th number will be in here because the first 2 shoe sizes are shoe size 5, and then I've got 11 shoes of shoe size 6. So 6 will be in here, the 6th number. The 18th number will be in here, so that's shoe size 7. Lower quartile 6, upper quartile 7. Here, okay, the lower quartile is going to be 39, add 1 divided by 4, 10th number. Okay, and the 10th number will be in here. And the upper quartile will be 3 lots of that. That's the 30th number, and the 30th number is in here. Up to here, we only counted 27 TVs. When we added these, we're up to 38. So the 30th will be in here, and it's 3 TVs. Okay. Lower quartile 1, upper quartile 3. Okay, I hope that was helpful to you. Okay, please make sure you've got that in your book for next lesson.